Top 5 things you need to know about the Tribeca Postcard. Number 1, icons. You'll notice that there's 3 icons included in this design. If you need a different type of icon or these icons are not doing it for you, I'm going to show you a cute little trick. What you're going to do is head over to iconfinder.com, and in this section here you're going to type in what you're looking for. So let's say bathroom or bath, and you're going to then select free, and then you're going to look for an icon that you like for your design, and you're going to save it as an SVG file. This is really important because if you save it as an SVG file, that will give you the ability to change the color inside of Canva. So we're going to download that SVG file. We're going to head back to Canva and upload it. And I can click on it, bring it into my document, and you'll notice that I can then change the color to anything that I want. Number 2, making text legible, making it pop. So oftentimes listing photography is very bright, very white, very difficult to superimpose text over. So what we want to do, this is my best trick for that, is we're going to head to Edit Photo, Adjust, and then we're going to adjust the brightness. You by no means have to adjust it as much as I do. That was to maintain the moodier look of this particular design. But you can go ahead and play around with the brightness of the photo and adjusting it until you can read the text perfectly, and adjusting the transparency as well. So because there's a darker background here, I can get away with just reducing the transparency by 10%, maybe not even. And you'll see that that really makes the text pop, and it makes it more legible without having to put those boxes behind our text, which really just makes the photo less visible anyway. So we might as well do this trick, which makes it more stylized, more sleek, and it's really easy to do. Number 3, print bleed. So if your document isn't showing this dotted line, what you're going to do is head to File, View Settings, and Show Print Bleed. And that will add this dotted line around your document, and this is where the printer will be cutting your flyer / postcard. So you want to pay very close attention to this, because you don't want any text or any images that you don't want cut to seep beyond this line. Now the exception is with particular images that you do want to reach the edge of the postcard. If you want the photo to reach the very edge of the postcard, then you have to make sure that none of the background is showing. You have to make sure it bleeds off of the document. So this one as well, just make sure it bleeds off of the document, and then you're good. Then the photos will reach the edge of the postcard, because as you can see, this is where the printer is going to cut, and our photos on the other side of that, we're good to go. If you don't want the photo to be cut off, then you have to make sure it's within this dotted line, and you need to make sure to leave a healthy margin on the other side of that line too. What's a healthy margin? This right here is a healthy margin. So you'll see there's an area between the text and the dotted line. You're good to go. Number 4, using Magic Grab to create this beautiful agent cover page for your postcard or flyer. So here's how we're going to do that. If you have a photo with yourself with a background, that's great. If you don't have one, that's good too. The point of this photo is to just show you that this was very messy. There was a lot of background in here, and all we did was head up to Edit Photo and used Magic Grab to separate the subject from the background. So now with that one click of a button, I can do this. So now he's independent of the background. So now I can edit that background however I want in this document, which is exactly what we did for the card above. So now I can fill out the background and then adjust it in frame however I want. And then we're going to adjust our agent here. And then we're going to reduce the transparency or brightness of the background image to really make him pop. Okay, and that's how we did that effect. Now let's say that you don't want this background. Let's say you want a different background. You could just change the background color to a solid color. That works really well too. Or what you can do is head to the Photos section, and search something like city or background or building or anything that you want, let's say brick wall or anything that you'd like to have as your background. It's not really that important because I'm going to show you what we're going to do. We're going to change the background and then we're going to head to edit photo and we're going to blur this photo a little bit so that our agent still stands out, and you can adjust the intensity of the blur here. And then I'm going to show you, once we reduce the transparency, let me change the background color. Once we reduce the transparency of that image, it blends seamlessly into the background. Our agent still pops, and we can use whatever background we want now. So you have full control over the vibe, over the feel, over the look of your postcard, of your future postcards. You can make the same headshot look completely different just by swapping out your background image, and it still looks really, really good. Number 5, multi-purpose like a pro. I don't know about you, but when I have a template that I absolutely love, I love to use it everywhere. So one of the great things that you can do with a postcard template is use it for email graphics. So if you have a new listing and you have an email list that you're going to send your new listing to, then what you can do is head up to select the page and then head up to animate, and you can animate everything on that page really simply with the click of a button. And you can choose whichever one works for you, whichever one suits your brand style. If your email marketing platform allows you to include GIFs in your email, then you can simply download this as a GIF. And if not, then you can forego using any kind of animation and just save it as an image and add it to your email that you're sending out to your list. Another way to multi-purpose this can now become your agent banner with everything that you're doing. All the designs that you're putting together, this can now become your new agent banner. You just resize it for whatever design you have going. So if it's a feature sheet, you can just grab all of these elements, pop it onto the feature sheet, and resize it. And that is it, my friends. Happy designing!